Hello. I am writing this in attempt to appeal to the folks out there who are misled about Scientology. This is for those of you who feel that Scientology is harmless. If you feel that they are a religion that just needs to be left alone. For those of you who think that people who are Scientologists are just idiots. Let me ask you this, have you ever been physically abused? Have you ever been mentally abused? Have you ever been sexually abused? Have you ever been emotionally abused? Well, I have. All of the above. No, I have never been incarcerated in a prison. No, I did not grow up in some third world country. I grew up right here in the grand old United States of America. I had the misfortune of being born into the cult of Scientology. I never stood a chance. By the age of 5 I was receiving regular sessions. If you don't know what a Scientology auditing session is, Google it. I was in a course room studying Hubbard's materials by age 7. At the age of 12 I was removed from school and placed in a course room full-time studying Hubbard's materials. By the ripe age of 13 I was recruited into the Sea Org. It was then that my life turned into a living hell. I bore witness to countless atrocities. I was the victim of quite a few myself. I will not go into great detail now because I still do not want to let the cult know who I am. I am not prepared to become another victim of fair game. I have suffered enough at the hands of the cult and I am not willing to suffer any more for now. I will say this, the enforced abortions really do occur. The days on end with no sleep do occur. The withholding of food does occur. The disconnection policy is still very much in effect, as is the fair game policy. The screaming, name-calling and degrading happens daily. I cannot even begin to count the number of cases of sexual abuse that have occurred in the cult with no consequence to the offenders. On the contrary, if you have been abused, it is the cult's belief that you must have done something to deserve it. You will then be punished accordingly. The mental mindfuck occurs in Scientology's auditing rooms. Children of the cult are horribly exploited, as are the adults. There is another policy not as well known because it was written only for Sea Org members. If you are an outspoken critic of Scientology, then you must have crimes. Anyone who vocalizes their feelings against Scientology is said to be a baby rapist, a murderer, wife beater, etc. You are taught to yell these accusations at any critic you may encounter. People who are willing members of the cult are not truly willing. They are in fact under the influence of mind control. I would say at least 75% of the members have no clue about ZNU. They have not reached the level at which that information is disclosed. They are taught that receiving that knowledge prematurely can very well kill them, or at the very least make them very ill. It sounds absurd, but it is true. Yes, people actually believe this because when you are brainwashed you will believe just about anything. The real shock for those of you out there who are still skeptical about whether Scientology is a cult or whether it is doing anything wrong will come when you Google OT8. Read about how Hubbard believed that Jesus was a pedophile. Read about how Hubbard believed that the coming of Lucifer will be good. I am not part of Anonymous. I am not part of any group because frankly, these days the thought of being in a group is quite nauseating to me. You could say I have had some bad experiences being a member of a group. I urge you though, if you can stomach stepping up to bat for victims like me, there are countless thousands, please do. Get out there for the protests. Write to your government officials. Spread the word. I implore you, do it for those of us who cannot. Help us get back on our feet. Help bring down the cult of Scientology. Help take part in making history. Please help to make this world a better place. Thank you.